The year was 1977, when the neighboring country of Cameroon decided to embark on a project to build a dam to help with its electricity needs. The Lac d'Oh Dam was the result, and this dam is the biggest cause of the ongoing flooding in Nigeria right now. The last I checked, 31 states affected, over 1.3 million people have been displaced, and over 200,000 homes destroyed, and even worse, over 600 Nigerian lives claimed. But why is a dam in another country killing Nigerians? Is Cameroon to blame? Or is there more to the story? Well, you guessed right. There is more to the story. And as usual, a responsibility from our own government has a role in it. You see, back in 1977, when Cameroon conceived the idea to build a dam to help with its economic expansion, studies and planning authorities foresaw a time when the dam would need to be opened to release pressure after water level rose to a particular level. And since Nigeria's Benue River was next to the dam, concerns were raised that emptying the dams would flood the Benue River into Nigeria's towns and cities. The solution was that Nigeria would construct its own dam, twice the size of the then proposed Lac d'Oh Dam, which was to be named the Dasin Ausa Dam. The idea was that since the Dasin Ausa Dam was twice the size of Lac d'Oh Dam, it would be able to accommodate any release from the Lac d'Oh Dam and also be a way for Nigeria to generate more electricity for its own needs. In 1982, the Lac d'Oh Dam was completed. The next year, the military seized power in Nigeria. Guess who came into power? Well, you guessed right. President Buhari, the same president of Nigeria right now, came into power in 1983 after a successful coup d'etat. And as you can probably guess already, the Dasin Ausa Dam never came into existence. This is just one example of how political instability can cost a nation. Let's get back to our story about the flooding. It's been 40 years since the completion of the Lac d'Oh Dam, and Nigeria is yet to build the Dasin Ausa Dam or even come up with some sort of contingency plan to resolve the issue of flooding every time the Lac d'Oh Dam is emptied. In 2012, we saw the worst flooding in Nigeria up until this one. And although there were many reasons for the flooding back then, the opening of the Lac d'Oh Dam was one of them. Back then, 30 states were affected, 363 people killed, and 2.1 million displaced. This year, it has been worse, and there is still no concrete plan to stop this from happening in the future. Since the flooding began in August, large swaths of farmland has been destroyed. There are concerns about increased spread of diseases. Also, food and fuel supply have been disrupted. Despite early warnings, many states' government did not prepare for the flooding. To be honest with you, many states are not even equipped to prepare for this disaster, even if they wanted to. Our prayers here at the Open Letter goes out to Nigerians who have lost lives and livelihood. I can't even say I understand what you must be going through. The pictures from the disaster is an indictment on the Nigerian government for its lack of preparation to plan for disaster such as this. Unfortunately, the damage caused by this dam so far is not the end of the flooding. As the flooding is forecasted to go well into November, so more lives and more hard-earned livelihood will be destroyed. Nigeria's National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has been working overtime to help as much as possible. But what would have been better was a prevention of the dam flooding in Nigeria in the first place. This disaster would definitely cause food price to go up, even though the Nigerian government has assured us it won't. You see, Benue State, one of the most affected states, is known for its role in agricultural production in Nigeria. In fact, it is called the food basket of the nation. Over 70,000 hectares of land have been damaged so far. The vice president of Olam Nigeria Limited, one of Nigeria's largest agricultural companies, Ade Adefeko, revealed that the disaster has affected about $20 million investment, which is about 8.7 billion naira, and about 25% of Nigeria's rice needs, describing the situation as very terrible. When you also consider that major roads connecting farmers from the north to the south of Nigeria have been destroyed, it is very difficult to believe that food prices in Nigeria will not go up exponentially. In all of this, we hope that this is the last time something like this happens in Nigeria, and that this is the wake-up call for the government to find a solution to the Lac d'Oh Dam. But unfortunately, knowing the Nigerian government, this probably won't be the last time. Please prove us wrong.